Hey, this is Ben here with Common Motor. I'm here today with my 1972 Candy Panther CL350 K4. So I got this bike in Tennessee 3 or 4 years ago at a CL100 and was looking to upgrade to something a little bit bigger. Found this gem in McMinnville, Tennessee, and rode it about halfway home after paying $1,000. And there was an awful sound. Metal started spewing out of the exhaust. Clunk, clunk, I don't know. It was a terrible sound that one never wants to hear while on a motorcycle. My buddy came and picked me up off the side of the road with his trailer, and I called the guy I had just purchased the bike from, and he was very accommodating. Didn't want to leave a bad taste in my mouth, and he said, I don't have another bike, but I do have a K0 1968 CL350 engine that he would give me, and it would be my responsibility to swap it out.
How'd that make you feel?
Ooh, that was more than a project than I wanted to get into. But I was resolved. I'd already fallen in love with Candy Panther, and that's that. Got to make it happen. So here's what I did on old Candy Panther. Threw a new set of tires, new set of brakes, put a new front fender, or new old front fender. The old one was cracked. New levers, that's not a lever. Yeah, okay. New set of cables. Cracked my original headlight, so popped the new one on with a LED. New brake light switches, new black levers, new grips. I stripped a helicoil that I found in my spark plug and had to get a new top end. So I just ended up doing a whole top and bottom rebuild. Rebuilt the carbs, switched out the factory air boxes for the pods, made a little clean triangle, put a smaller battery box in, switched out the old CL linkage to just an easier gear shift. New mufflers, new shocks, put on a new back rack for those camping trips, cut the back fender a little bit, and downgraded to the smaller tail light. Downgraded, downsized, that's what I meant, downsized. You don't want to see my my awesome, this is for the hardware store. But it had pre-drill holes. A lot of the modifications that I made were really born out of a necessity of it being a daily rider. My wife and I share one car. We both go to work about 10 minutes from the house, so 90% of the time I am riding this bike. When I got the bike, it had a cracked front fender that was just like bolted together, and so I didn't love the idea of getting a lot of water in my face, and so it took me a while, but I finally got a front fender, and I'm very happy about it. My back fender, it was cracked up the middle just about an inch, so I just took a straight cut and tried to make it look as clean as possible. Also got some like a little aesthetic plus there. I think the shorter fender just looks a little bit better as well. I took off the original handlebars fairly early on and went to a straight across bar, but I found out that that had me leaning just a little bit too far forward, and whenever I hit a bump on the way to work, it was just too much of a shock. So I just went with a slight rise, kind of Renthal style handlebars, and I really enjoy them. I think they give a sleeker look while also just giving me the right height. My original side covers were fairly cracked and burned, and so once I took those off, I found out my original air boxes weren't in great shape. So I opted to go for the pods. Um, I've had a really pleasant experience with them. I ride them through rain and yeah, I don't know. They just changed the pods. Cheaper. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, my first motorcycle was a CL100 and I ran it without a battery at all. And I really got to like the clean triangle look, however overused it is. And so from this one, I took the opportunity to switch out my really rusted, corroded original battery box and put in something just a little bit sleeker. Got a free battery off next door, a little SLA battery backup supply. And the reason why I'm able to run such a small battery is because I also am kickstart only. It's a reliable daily rider. I never have to kick it more than once or twice. My most recent acquisition is a back rack. I felt that a lot of my commuting to work with a backpack, it got really hot during the summer, and also I just really enjoy using it for a quick run to the grocery store, and also I hope to make a camping trip on this bike soon. My future plans for Candy Panther are really just keeping it a reliable daily rider. I'm just gonna slowly replace parts as they go bad, probably starting with my seat cover that is in need of a little bit of attention. I'll start to push it further and further out of town on the weekends now that it's a more reliable bike. With the top and bottom end rebuild, I've been able to, put an end to any oil leaking that's happening. And as I slowly push it further and further out on weekend trips, I'd eventually love to take it up the Natchez Trace. Thanks for watching and listening to the story of Candy Panther. Don't forget to like and follow Common Motor on Facebook and Instagram. Sign up for that Common Motor newsletter and subscribe to the YouTube page.
That's good.
You want me to do it again? I don't mind it. The dream trip?
Dream trip on Candy Panther.
Oh
If
my
you have
gosh.
one.
Whew. Oh man. I think